What's good, YouTube? My guy Gonzo back in the mic. And today we're going to be talking about 5 tips that are going to help you get your first dub. And if not your first dub, to continue getting dubs, right? It's all about improvement, man. But yeah, enough with the bullshit. Let's get to the intro. Alright guys, so we're going to go over these tips which are in no specific order, but when followed, will not only enhance your game, but when executed properly will put you in a situation to win, indefinitely. Now, if you end up liking this kind of video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you want more tips in the future, whether it's Blackout or multiplayer. So diving into our first tip, we're going to talk about, diving. Or more specifically, landing. Now, if you played any Battle Royale, you know where you land is important, if not crucial decision. The location you choose can literally decide whether or not you play aggressive or passive. It can decide whether or not you'll start off with armor, a backpack, and can limit how much you pick up till either you find one or scavenge one off someone's corpse. After finding an ideal location you can land at, learning its terrain and drop location should be your top priority. After that, you want to focus on a routine. If you enjoy following a ray and then looting on your way to fracking tower or firing range, keep doing that and see what's working for you, and this will contribute to some of the other tips we discuss later in the video. Speaking of tips, the next thing I want to talk about is perks. I watch so many streams and a lot of people aren't using them. Whether you just choose to not use them or save them is fine if you're just playing casual of the game. But here, we're winners. We're members of the culture. You are my guy. And we get dubs. So stop wasting your perks and use them accordingly. While sometimes saving a perk can save you from a sticky situation, but there's nothing wrong with popping a paranoia and awareness at the beginning of the game. It can help you detect enemies and engage with an advantage or even avoid a situation you know would end in certain death. You won't know till you use your perks. Okay, so next tip we'll talk about is using equipment. Much like perks, I see too many people, and even myself from time to time, dying from unexpected pinches or even a surprise fire from an enemy that you just didn't know was there. When a simple 9-bang or cluster grenade could have turned the tide, right? You get shot, you throw a flash after you get to cover, and then, you either recover with some meds or you go in for the kill. Easy peasy, right? Well, not really when you're under pressure. But that's why you're watching these tip videos, so that you can get better under pressure. As the game progresses throughout the year, you will see people using their equipment for sure. So get ahead of the curve while you still can. This seems like a small tip, but watch how your game improves when you stop getting hit after a flash or even detect enemies at the end of the game with a center dart. Alright, the second to last tip I got for you guys is carefully select your loadout. If you have an ICR, you don't need a KN, you don't need a Rampart. Try to switch it up a bit. Go for a sniper to extend your range or an LMG that will provide suppression fire for your team while they flank. Opting for an SMG or a shotgun as a secondary could provide you with a better option in close quarter gunfights as well. Picking the right weapons for the situations you feel like you're likely to encounter will help you in the long run. Personally, I like a swordfish or an ICR for close to mid-range encounters, and then a paladin or outlaw for some long-range sniper action. But not everyone likes the same thing, so if you're watching someone like Shroud or Dr. Disrespect using a loadout, try their loadout, but try other loadouts too. You don't know what works for you till, you really try it out and see if it works for you. Just be open to the idea of picking up new weapons. The game's very fresh right now. It doesn't matter what you use. Everything really kills. Okay. It's the golden moment. My final tip is a 2-for-1 special. Communication and positioning. Now, if you tend to play solos, just focus on positioning, but I know majority of players like to run duos and squads and are more likely to have teammates, so communication is always key. But it's everything when you encounter enemies and have opportunities to utilize the terrain, specifically positioning. For example, if you engage an enemy and your teammates haven't come over the hill that you just came over from, shout out the location of the enemies while grabbing the attention by providing suppression fire. Your teammates should, right, keyword, should reposition themselves to a different spot on the hill and flank the enemies you are suppressing below you. Pay attention to your surroundings. In the smaller circles, it's crucial to winning if you can properly utilize natural cover, along with buildings and, maybe rocks, hills, such. It doesn't matter. As long as you're utilizing it and put yourself in a position where you can have an advantage in a fight, trust me, your wins will skyrocket. It will seem like wins are coming more frequently and just like falling into your lap. So let's talk a little bit more about positioning, right? So this is off script, so it may come a little bit more fluently, but that doesn't matter. So when I'm talking about positioning, I'm really talking about utilizing the terrain when you know you're going to encounter someone. When you're preparing for a fight, or when a fight just comes out of nowhere and you want to recover and then put yourself in the best situation you can in order to come out the victor. So I'll give you a scenario, another one. If you know someone is down below you, it is the final circle, it is 1v1, and you want to utilize any hill cover you have or any tree cover so that you can look down upon that enemy and fire smoothly, rather than being out in the open and having your entire body out there for your opponent to shoot. That is positioning, putting yourself in the best spot on the map, utilizing its terrain to come out of a fight the winner. Now, here are the 5 tips that I thought would help you guys out the most. Now, I have more ideas, and I can go in depth about a number of topics we discussed and easily offer more tips tailored to a specific game mode. If you like this type of video, please comment below and let me know. That way I can, keep producing this type of content for you guys. I had a lot of fun thinking about this topic and making this video. So, keep it up, guys. Try to get those dubs. I'm going to try to keep pushing this stuff out for you. And yeah, till next time, MyGuyGonzo out. Peace.